Today's transfer episode is not just any transfer episode. Today's one we are focusing on the Premier League, okay? Because recently and this week they've made some big signings. This is confirmed episode. That's correct. Nothing is a rumour. This is all 100% concrete, and it's a Premier League edition version. Now you might be like, Rossi, why are you doing this? You usually cover all the leagues. Now it just happens to be that the Premier League have covered, done a lot of signings this week, so I've had to cover them all, haven't I? That's what I do. That's what I do on my channel here. But one moment, I just want to say thank you very much for all the support on my transfer episodes. Without you guys, these transfer episodes wouldn't even be here. So thank you a lot, basically. Just thank you so much. A lot of you are telling me, I am your main source of who's actually moving about player-wise in transfer windows. So that means a lot to me to hear that. I like being your main source of information, okay? Especially in this industry, football transfers. That's what I want to do here on my channel. So if you want to see more transfer stuff on my channel, make sure to drop a like and a thumbs up down below. If we could just hit like 3,000 or 4,000, that'd be absolutely insane. It mean the world to me. But anyway, back into enough of the soppy stuff. Let's get back into the FIFA 17 potential. Well, no, not potential. They are new players coming into the game next year. If you guys are looking to buy any Ultimate Team coins or open any FIFA packs, check out footbomb.com. In the description down below is Rossi, the checkout page for a 10% discount. The first player I want to take a look at and cover briefly, okay, just briefly. I mentioned this guy in the previous rumour transfer window. Now, since the rumour one I've done last weekend, it is confirmed, okay, he has moved to China. Now, this guy goes by the name of Pella, and I tell you what, this guy apparently is earning some serious money in China. We're talking something crazy like £260,000 a week, okay? Something so, I mean, I can't even put that into words. He is on £250,000 a week. Now, believe it or not, guys, Pella is now in the top 10 best paid footballers in the world, okay? He's up there with Ronaldo, Messi, Hulk, who's now moved to China. I featured in the previous confirmed transfer window. That was last weekend's episode. If you want to check it out, like I say, Hulk does feature in there, and I do see how much he earns in that video. He goes then Neymar, then Ibra, and then Pella. So Pella is behind them players, okay? He's ahead of other players, and I tell you what, the few players below him are all from the Chinese league as well. So, I mean, that league's spending some serious dollar. Now, let's be honest here. In his position, 31 years of age, or not even quite 31 yet. Now, would you move to China for that sort of money? Now, I think you would. I mean, because, your career is coming to the end. There's only a few years left. Why not go out there and just earn some serious money? Then you can, like, retire, I guess. But he's over doubled his salary going to China, and I tell you what, on a personal level, probably a good move. On a football level, not a good move. But anyway, let's go on to the next player. Otherwise, this could be a massive financial topic for ages. So that is one player leaving the Premier League. Next up, we're going to have a look at a player that's come into the Premier League. Okay, very interesting one I want to talk about, and there's a player at the end of this episode I really want to talk about. Okay, it's going to be huge. Not huge, but it's really weird. Pella has a strike partner somewhere, and that's a little bit of a clue. So West Ham have signed Gökhan Toure, or Tor, however you want to pronounce it. They've signed him from Besiktas on a 1-year loan. That's right, lads, only on a 1-year loan, not a permanent deal. There is an option of a permanent transfer if he does well at West Ham, and they decide they want to sign him after the season or whatever. Then there is an option there that they can take. So this is just a little bit interesting information for you guys. German-born Turkish forward spent 2 years in Chelsea's youth ranks. He played under Hammer's boss Bilic at Besiktas. So Bilic already knows a lot about this player. He's played at Chelsea for 2 years in the youth system there, so he's got a bit of experience. He's decent, but more importantly, Bilic has managed this guy before, so he knows the sort of player he is. He knows what you can get out of him, so that's why he signed him on loan, because it's still a bit of a risk. But if he does well, the option's there to sign him on a permanent deal. Now this is controversial, okay, because Tor actually said that Bilic played a massive factor in him moving to West Ham, and he's the best manager he's ever played under. So imagine this: the 1-year loan doesn't work out, goes back to Besiktas. The manager there is going to be like, oh, I see how you really feel about me. So I don't believe this guy is part of the pre-season tour training and stuff at the West Ham's training ground whilst all the team are out in America doing pre-season. So unfortunately for you guys, I don't think you're going to see him in pre-season. But anyway, moving swiftly on to the third player. What should we do? Should we do a player going out or player? Let's do a player coming into the Premier League again, because we've got some more exciting ones. Southampton have made a pretty big signing here, okay, and the guy goes by the name of Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. I think I've pronounced that right, or I'm probably, you lot are going to say I've got that wrong, aren't you? You lot are going to say I've got that wrong. But what we know about this guy is he's a Bayern Munich midfielder. He's 20 years of age, and he looks like a hot prospect, okay? Last year, he played on loan at Schalke, pretty good team, pretty big team. What he's seen now is obviously Bayern Munich have signed Renato Sanchez. He's seen his chances, out of the window for getting into the Bayern Munich's first team, so he's decided he's going to move on, and he's come to Southampton on a big whopping 5-year deal. Southampton are making some good young signings. They've already signed Nathan Redmond. The fee is believed to be £12.8 million, and for a young hot prospect 20-year-old midfielder, it's probably not an awfully lot of money. But what's good about this guy is, like I say, 5-year deal. They've signed another young player, Southampton. They're looking to take things forward after losing their manager. Obviously, they have a new manager now, but he wants to put his own mark on things. Ladies and gentlemen, Tottenham have signed a striker. It goes by the name of Vincent Janssen. They have signed him from the Dutch side, AZ Alkmaar. The 22-year-old scored 27 goals in the Dutch top flight last year. That's pretty impressive. Now, what's interesting about this guy is he made his international debut for Holland against England in March, and he actually scored the penalty against England. So if you guys are English and remember that game, then this is that guy. This is Spurs' second signing behind Wanyama. They're making some good moves in the transfer window so far. This guy, okay, believe it or not, PSG and Wolfsburg wanted this dude. Believe it or not, his performance in his debut top flight season earned him the Johan Cruyff Trophy, awarded to the league's Young Player of the Year. That is super impressive. Internationally, he's already played 5 games for Holland, scoring 3 goals. That's actually a pretty good record as well, starting off your career internationally. Credit to Tottenham, good bit of business. They've snatched this guy away from PSG and Wolfsburg, and that's pretty good in itself. PSG are a big club. They could easily attract, the biggest players, the best players or whatever, and this guy's decided to go to Tottenham, so he must be doing something right. Hopefully a 22-year-old does well in the Premier League next year. Like I say, he did really well in the Dutch flight last season. Let's see what he can do in the Prem next year. Next up is a player that's left the Premier League already because, his team got relegated, but he's actually gone somewhere where it's not really a surprise anymore, is it? Going to China is not really a surprise for footballers. But what is a surprise is he is partnering up with Pella, okay, at the same club he signed for in China. Papi Cisse moves to Shandong Luneng, okay, I think I probably pronounced that right, after 4 years with Newcastle. They've signed him for £2.5 million, which is not too bad. I mean, he's done quite well in the Premier League, hasn't he, when he's played? He scored some worldy goals. The outside boot against Chelsea, I mean, that was fire. It's really not a big surprise seeing these players go to China, but it is a surprise to see him go to the exact same club as Pella. Ex-duo Premier League strike force in China. Could be dodgy, could be dangerous. Hopefully they do well. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like and a thumbs up down below. If you could drop a thumbs up and like down below, that'd be super appreciated. And subscribe to me for more transfer updates throughout the whole transfer window. Has been a pleasure as always. Have a good week and peace.